stupid facts about Halloween. Let's go! It's a common misconception that Myers' mask is made out of a William Shatner mask. It's actually made out of marshmallow fluff and dead hornets. Laurie Strode stabs Myers with a coat hanger in the eye. A little known fact is that if it had been a chainsaw, she would have really fucked his shit up. Michael Myers eats a dog in this movie, but he much prefers hamburgers. Preferably with ketchup, probably because it looks like blood. It's believed that if Michael Myers was a shark, his killing rate would drop 98%. This is because sharks can't hold knives. In this scene, Linda thinks her boyfriend is under the sheet, but he's not. It's actually Michael Myers. If you stick around for 42 more seconds of the movie, you'll see proof of this. In a post-mortem interview, Judith Myers said that if she had to do it all over again, she would lock her bedroom door. Michael Myers attacking teenagers is fairly common. However, teenagers attacking Michael Myers is much more rare. While Myers' motives for killing are unknown, new research has found his killings may have been inspired by the low quality of adult films in the 1970s. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Actor Charles Cyphers shit his pants during this scene and maintained composure. That's dedication to your craft, especially with a Mongo Duke in your trousers.
I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
Nurse Marion Chambers has stated that she did have trouble sleeping at night after being attacked by Michael Myers. She believes her sleeplessness may have something to do with the attack, but she can't be sure. I'm so disappointed right now. You haven't hit that subscribe button, you haven't hit that like button, I'm looking at you. Hit that shit right now, and then I'm going to give you some bonus facts, baby. You can use these bonus facts to impress people at parties. You're going to get laid after I give you these. You're going to get business, you're going to get fucking employed after this shit. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, do it all right now. Give me your social security number. It's okay, baby. Make it happen. I'm going to get into these bonus facts, but I'll wait on you to hit that button. Go ahead. Okay, let's go. In an interview, Jamie Lee Curtis told TMZ that director John Carpenter smelled like cigarettes and malcontent while on set. Donald Pleasance played the role of Dr. Samuel Loomis more than any other actor in the history of the world. After Myers' attacks on Haddonfield residents, it's been reported that 92% of people just started locking their doors at night. The other 8% hope to post their encounter with Michael on TikTok. Speaking of which, do you follow us on TikTok? Well, you better. Hey, what's up, horror fam? Get your beach towel and sunscreen, because we're about to have some fun in the sun. That's right, my friends, Talk Horror is going to hit the beach, because in this video, we're going to take a look at 10 things Michael Myers and killer sharks have in common. But before we get started, please make sure you're part of the horror fam by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. I touched on this subject at the end of my 10 Things You Didn't Know About Halloween Resurrection video, in which Freddy, played by Busta Rhymes,
let's see what you got,
drops a sage observation about serial killer Michael Myers as he's taken away in a body bag.
Mr. Harris, would you like to make a statement?
What can you tell us about Michael Myers?
Michael Myers is not a soundbite, a spin-off, tie-in, some kind of celebrity scandal. Michael Myers is a killer shark.
Most viewers didn't give this line much thought, but now it's time to take this topic into deep waters and really sink our teeth into it. Number 1, they both eat too much protein. We all know sharks are pretty damn narcissistic when it comes to improving their physique, always eating as much protein as they can. But this dude from Halloween Resurrection seems to think Myers has a major protein problem himself.
Never underestimate the effect of a poor diet. Too much protein, not enough zinc. Next thing you know, you're cutting up bodies in your bathtub.
I always thought this dude may have been full of shit, but this must have really resurrected something in Rob Zombie's mind, because just look at this. God damn! To be fair, I think there's more than protein at work here. Myers is the damn Lance Armstrong of the slashers, apparently. Performance-enhancing drugs. Number 2, they both tried to kill LL Cool J. poor LL Cool J just can't catch a damn break. First, Michael Myers tried to kill him in Halloween H2O, and not even a year later he had killer sharks trying to turn him into a man-witch. And to my knowledge, he never lived out his dream of becoming an author.
Johnny, it's unrealistic. This whole writing career is unrealistic.
Number 3, neither actually wear overalls. In Halloween Resurrection, you may remember this legendary bit of dialogue given to us courtesy of Busta Rhymes.
Michael Myers is a killer shark. Baggy-ass overalls. He gets kicks off of killing everything and everyone that he comes across. That's all.
Despite Busta clearly being the scholar that he is, neither Myers nor killer sharks actually wear overalls. In all fairness, there may actually be an explanation for this. Busta has a long-standing love affair with overalls. Number 4, they have black eyes. Remember the blackest eyes speech delivered by Dr. Loomis in the original Halloween?
The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
Well, Quint says something very similar in Jaws.
You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Oh, did he just call sharks baby dolls? Number 5, they eat dogs. It's rare when we get a look at Myers' need to feed, but we got a peek in the original Halloween when he scarfs down Lassie.
It's still warm. He got hungry.
Most people wouldn't think of the canine being part of a shark's diet, too, but that's how this poor guy lost his puppy. Everyone forgets about poor Pippet the dog being eaten, mostly because of Alex Kittner getting annihilated right after. Alex Kittner, what an attention whore.
Bruh.
Number 6, both try to kill children. Well, we saw what happened to Alex Kittner, but Myers has also tried to take out some kiddies along the way. He's just terrible at it. Why can't Myers be that cool uncle like Gary Busey in Silver Bullet, who just shows up, gets drunk, builds you a hot rod of a wheelchair, gets drunk, laughs obnoxiously, gives you fireworks to blow your hand off, gets drunk, and goes home? You're really missing out on those golden years, Mikey.
Hey, Jesus Palomino.
Number 7, they have imposters.
I'm only a dolphin, ma'am.
A dolphin? Well, okay.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, L. Ron Hubbard. Myers and sharks have had their share of imitators. Let's not forget these little paint gobblers in Jaws who incited a panic and nearly got themselves shot in the process.
He made me do it. He told me to do it.
And no matter how Gary Busey drunk you get, you'll never wipe away the memory of Busta Rhymes dressing up as Michael Myers.
God damn. What the hell somebody gotta do to get a little decent help up in this motherfucker?
Number 8, the 5-0 hate them. If you thought the cops had it out for Randy Quaid, he ain't got nothing on Mikey and Killer Sharks. Mike's pissed off about every cop in every movie he's been in, typically by killing their daughter.
3 kids. One of them was Annie.
And let's not forget when the shark in Jaws got on Chief Brody's bad side. He was already pissed about it eating people, but by God, when it broke that dock, you're asking Brody to put up with murder and vandalism? That's just one step too damn far, buddy. Number 9, both try to kill their siblings. Mikey's always had a problem getting along with his siblings. And sharks definitely have the same problem.
Before they are born, the sand tiger's shark pups compete with their siblings. In fact, the strongest pup in each of the 2 wombs devours its weaker brothers and sisters.
Fuck the ocean. Number 10, you can kill them with oxygen tanks. Oxygen tanks! It's their only weakness! Let's not forget that Myers got his ass handed to him by an oxygen tank.
It is time, Michael.
the shark from Jaws was dumb enough to use an oxygen tank as a chew toy, so its fate was pretty similar.
Smile, you son of a...
And that's it for this video. Who is it?
Telegram, sir.
Telegram? Is this that killer shark? What's up, horror fam? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there today, baby? Who we got in here? We got the big DOD in the house. Hammerhead is in here, baby. Artsy, JK, Chad Edmonds, Nate Blanche is in here. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? And yes, Brave Wilderness. Not as good as Strange Wilderness, though. Hammerhead. Not as good as Strange Wilderness. What's going on, Cole? What's going on, Cole DeSoda? What is up, bro? Got a snazzy little picture there, man. Like some Saved by the Bell stuff going on. We are still in Los Angeles. Chad Edmonds, for the time being, the move is happening very soon. Very soon, man. We are in the last ride territory, man. What's going on, Suma? Brian Perry, the Diabolical Doctor. Oh my God. So glad to be back, everybody. Let me tell you something, dude. Your old buddy Bo here was on death's door. Let's go ahead and cue the music up here a little bit. We were on death's door, folks. Couldn't even do a trivia stream tonight. We had to do an AMA or just a hangout because, oh my God. Woof. I've been sick. Really sick, man. I've been around those little kids carrying around their pneumonias, and I caught something. I don't know what it was, man, but I caught two somethings. I can tell you that much. It was pretty bad, so I figured we would just do a little AMA hangout tonight, get reacquainted with everybody. I was in bed pretty much for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in bed. Well, so it started with like a sore throat and just general feeling like ass. But that wasn't too bad. It just sucked. You know, I wasn't doing jumping jacks, for God's sakes, but, you know, it was manageable. And then something hit me, son. Hit me like damn Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, baby. Hit me like Jason Voorhees, and I was on the top of a fucking skyscraper in Manhattan, son. Knocked my head off right into the damn dumpster. And once that hit me, I think it was like a crazy sinus infection or something. But like I still don't feel completely right. But that could be because of the shop I went into yesterday where they sell human body parts. That could be it. I could have, ran into some cursed artifacts in there or something. You know, I still feel off. But man, let me tell you something. So, like I said, I was in bed for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then probably a week and a half into being sick, Anna finally starts to get it. Yeah. So I thought she was going to squeak by. No, sir. No, sir. Oh my God. Nobody made it out alive from this one. But yeah, Chad, man, it is down to the wire, dude. And have some crazy shit going on for my last, 9 days in California. Crazy stuff going on, man. Stuff that I should not be dealing with right now. Man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Anna, so Artsy wants to know, is Anna feeling better? Yes, thank goodness. She is feeling better and she did not get as sick as I got. She may come on later for a little bit. I'm not sure. But yes, thankfully, she's feeling better and she didn't get as sick, man. I was, I laid in bed for like 2 weeks and I was so sick that like picking movies was almost like mind-boggling to a degree. Like, I watched all horror movies, and like while I was sick, I just wanted to watch all horror movies because that's what makes me feel good. You know, that's what gives me the cozy cuckoos. And like picking horror movies out was almost too much for my fragile brain, so I just stuck to a subgenre of horror. I just laid in bed and watched a ton of found footage horror movies. I don't know why I landed on found footage, but that's what I did. So, man, I am knee deep in the found footage subgenre right now. Goodness gracious. Dude, I don't know what I got hit with, Chad. I don't know what I got hit with, man, but it was crucial. I'll tell you this. Anna started to take me to the hospital. It almost turned into an emergency room visit. I can tell you that, dude. Did I see anything new? I watched the new Hell House LLC Origins, and I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I watched some other new stuff, but I can't even remember what it was now. I remember I watched Hell House LLC Origins. I revisited a ton of stuff. Tons of stuff, man. No. JK's wanting to know, did I watch Amityville Karen? No, I did not, sir. No way, man. I stuck mostly, like I said, to the found footage side of things. I did watch the new Roadhouse. Hammerhead. Yes, I am a fan of the original. So I had to check out the old Roadhouse, man, with Conor McGregor, mainly because of the meme that was going around and just the way I could tell he was going to pull off his acting in that movie, dude. I had to check it out. Chad's like, come on, don't lie. You watched Amityville Karen on repeat. No, man, I couldn't do it to myself. Couldn't do it. Yeah, see the doc, he knows. Amityville Karen might have been what put me over the edge, man. Come on, dude. JP wants to know, did you get any video of the body parts? Yeah. So yesterday I finally ventured out and had a day out, and I caught some vlog material that I'm hoping I can edit and schedule up on the channel before we get on the road for the move. So keep your eyes out. I do have some videos coming up, and JP, I may have a little clip here I can share with people. Let's see. So let's see if they will let me do it, if they'll let me share it. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to try to share this video of the real human skulls and stuff that we saw yesterday. Let's see. Let me see. Like I said, I don't know if they'll let me do this on StreamYard or not. Dang. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe if I do it this way. Let me see. Here we go. Here, this might work.
That is supposedly real, according to the employee here. And that's real too. But wow, gotta find a price on that.
Yeah. So this place not only had human limbs, like real human limbs. They had human skulls and stuff like that, and they had one of like deformed baby skulls and all kinds of stuff, and it was all for sale. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, as you can see, you know, they had full-size skulls too. Yeah, definitely weird. And they had those exploded skulls too that they I guess it's for like medical purposes or whatever, where they take the skulls apart so you can kind of see inside, which was pretty crazy. Chad, we are stopping in Texas. I don't know if we're going to be going that far south though, man. Come on now. But yeah, so what else did I watch? Man, I went through everything, Briggs. I went through Grave Encounters again, of course. It's one of my favorite found footage films. And Grave Encounters. I watched Grave Encounters 2. Revisited that. I'd only seen it one time before. Watched the new Blair Witch movie again. Revisited that. Deadstream. The Poughkeepsie tapes. What else? What other found footage horror did I watch? Tons of stuff, man. Look, As Above, So Below, Chernobyl Diaries, which I hadn't seen that since I had watched it in theaters. And that's still confused as to what in the hell's going on in that movie. Yeah, JP. So, yeah, JP saying Steven got his fortune read from Billy the Puppet from Saw. Yes, I did. Yeah, so they had, what are those called? Those famous ones? Zoltar. Yeah, they had one of those Zoltar. Anna's feeding me information from off screen. They had one of those Zoltar things that's supposed to like read your fortune. Some of them speak to you a little more, and then they like do a printout. This thing, it had a sound clip from Saw, and then it just gave you a printout of my fortune, which was, you know, pretty cool. Yeah, Billy the Puppet though, man. Yeah. So, like I said, I have all this stuff. Filmed some good stuff yesterday, man. Running around in Burbank, sort of a last California hurrah, checking out all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to make a vlog, a few vlog videos, hopefully based off of that stuff. But I just figured, man, hey, we'll just hang out tonight, make it simple, you know, no trivia, anything like that. Kind of tease the stuff that's upcoming because, man, like I said, we're less than 2 weeks from moving. This is our last hurrah out here, and got a lot on the plate right now. So I'm hoping I can get that done. Maybe do some on the road streams a little bit for you folks. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So Artsy is saying, okay, well, first we'll get to the Diabolical Doctor. And I see you in here, Samuel Stokes. Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you in here. Grave Encounters 2 did not go well for me, man. I'm just not a fan of that one because, you know, and Anna wants to watch it, and I want to rewatch it with her because she's never seen it, and she's now a big fan of Grave Encounters. But she was kind of in and out. Like I said, I was sick. I was confined to the bed. Oh my God, it was crazy. And she was just in and out of the room because she still had to get work and stuff done. And she could kind of pick up just from being in and out. She's like, is this one of those movies where the characters are like insufferable? And you're like not supposed to feel bad for these people? And I'm like, yep. Kind of, for like a whole ass movie, you know. So, and Grave Encounters 2 is also one of those that kind of like retcons some of the stuff, you know, to move their plot forward of the sequel. They undo stuff that was done in the original, and I'm not a fan of that. You know, it's kind of like the Phantasm Ravager syndrome. Ugh. But Artsy is saying love the Poughkeepsie tapes, and now Artsy, this makes me question you a lot. This makes me question the old Artsy a little bit here. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's pretty hardcore. A lot of people The Poughkeepsie Tapes is a really good found footage movie. I won't show it to Anna though. And you know, she's a fan of found footage and stuff like that. But this is one of those I'm going to have to protect her from, because I'm like, she's not going to like this. It's a little bit too hardcore. And you know, like we've discussed before, she's more into the paranormal stuff. She doesn't like the kind of man on man killing each other kind of, you know, slasher, or well, not even slasher, but like serial killer stuff, or people harming kids. And the Poughkeepsie Tapes not only gets into that, but it's so well made. It is so well made found footage that it's like, it's too good. It would be too scary for her. So, but the Poughkeepsie Tapes is really good. Has anyone else here seen it? It's more of a rare one, and I believe it was originally slated to come out in like 2006, and they were actually showing trailers for the Poughkeepsie Tapes before mainstream movies in theaters, and then it essentially got canceled. Like, they shelved it. They were like, this is too hardcore. There's no way we're going to show people this movie. Audiences are going to go ape shit. And it just disappeared for like a decade, and then it finally got a physical media release. So I guess it was just too hardcore, man. Too hardcore parkour for the studio, and they just pretty much like swept it under the rug. So yeah, Chad, we can't be giving Anna any ideas. I do call her Anna the Annihilator from time to time, so you know. Yeah, Briggs. I mean, I'm not going to comment. You know, I don't want to spoil anything. You know, whatever. Well, it doesn't matter. Hell, it's an old movie now. But yeah, it's, you know, it's. I don't like the things that Grave Encounters 2 did to move the plot of their unnecessary sequel forward. I don't think Grave Encounters 2 was necessary at all. I'm alive, Ethan. I'm back, my friend. I'm back. I would like to say better than ever, but not quite yet. Not quite yet, but I am back, man. I am back. Glad to see you in here, dude. Nate Blanche, I did not see the new Chucky Season 3 Part 2 trailer. I might get into watching it. I don't know. It was not my cup of tea when I watched the series when it first came out. I will tell you something though, JP, I almost want to get you on here, have you do a call in for a second and just tell me. So the other day I was telling JP, I was like, dude, there is an X-Files episode that was essentially banned from television. Like, they showed it one time and that's when it was released, and then they were like, we can't show this on TV again, man. Like, the uproar was too much, so they pretty much, you know, never showed it again. And I told JP he needs to watch it, and it's called Home. And it's a story about Mulder and Scully, like, go to investigate what is it like. I've only seen it one time, and it's been a long time ago, but it was like an incestuous clan of bad people or something, and they have the clan's mom is hidden under the bed, and they keep her on one of those car dollies. She's like limbless or whatever, and they keep her on like a car dolly, and they pull her out from under that bed from time to time to make more inbred babies with her. It is a hardcore ass X-Files episode, man. Come on, dude. So JP, I gotta know, what did you think of that, man? I almost want you to call in and tell me. And JK is saying, saw most of the Poughkeepsie Tapes. It creeped me out. Yeah, the Poughkeepsie Tapes, like I said, it's very well made. It's very well made, but it's so well made that lends to the disturbing factor of it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and we can get into that. If people haven't seen the Poughkeepsie tapes, I can give you a little rundown more of what that's about, but it's a found footage horror film that essentially disappeared in real life. Like it was being promoted, the studio was going to release it, and then it just disappeared. They didn't release it. Nobody saw it until, 10 years later. I mean, it's almost like a found footage horror movie. And it's very well done and very disturbing. What's going on? We got Dragon Blues in here, baby. What's going on, DB? Yeah, I was telling everybody about my brush with death there. I mean, and your brush with death. What's going on, J-Dub? J-Dub's in the house, baby. J-Dub is in the house. Oh, look at JP. JP saying that the inbred ne'er-do-wells in that X-Files episode were actually sexy hot. Look at that. And then pulling out a Simpsons quote here. It was great, but a bit tame by today's standard. Yeah, right. Come on. Come on, JP. I know that one made you all scaredy. And he says that there is a second episode. The first one is Home in season 4, and it's episode 2. The second episode is Home Again, which appears in season 10, episode 4. So what is Home Again about, JP? And yes, DB, she confirms it, folks. We almost died. We almost died. Yeah, so tonight's episode, I started to make it about As Above, So Below, because that is a found footage horror movie I really like, and so does DB, but I figured we'd make this one easier. Like I said, what else did I watch, DB? we watched a little bit of Cloverfield, the Poughkeepsie tapes, Hell House LLC Origins, I remember I watched. Let's see, what else did I see? Let's see here, man. Lake Mungo. I watched the new Blair Witch again. I did not get around to watching The Taking of Deborah Logan again. That's one that I feel like I need to revisit. The Tunnel. I watched The Tunnel. I watched Butterfly Kisses, which those were both new, Briggs. I had not seen The Tunnel nor Butterfly Kisses before, but I did check those out during the illness. And they were both good. I enjoyed both of those. Butterfly Kisses especially, I really enjoyed. Yeah, where is Grassman? I watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, various other Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, Texas Chainsaw 3D. I did get into that. I forget. See, so I stuck to things. I went down roads, so I didn't have to think too much. Oh my goodness, JK is saying, I saw that X-Files Inbred episode. I was working at 12 from a midnight to an 8 a.m. shift when I thought, oh my God, JK, how did that treat you, brother? Jeez, dude. Briggs is saying, I've never heard of Butterfly Kisses. What would you give it out of 10? I would put it at a 6 to a 7-ish, somewhere in there. So Butterfly Kisses was really interesting, Briggs, because I'm going to go ahead and read you the synopsis here, and then I'll tell you what's up. So a filmmaker discovers a box of videotapes depicting 2 students' disturbing film project, featuring a local horror legend, the Peeping Tom. As he sets out to prove the story as real and release it as his own film, he loses himself and the film crew following him into the project. So, Mario Espinoza, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Horror Fam, big guy. Glad to have you in here. So, Butterfly Kisses, like it says, so a filmmaker discovers two student filmmakers their film project, which is like some found footage stuff, right? And then he tries to go on disproving or proving that their footage, the footage he found, is in fact genuine. So these two student filmmakers, what they were trying to make their film about was a local urban legend called Peeping Tom. Now, this is what really drew me into this movie. That what I really liked about it was the urban legend that they were trying to prove was real or disprove. Either way, they're researching this urban legend. So their story of the urban legend, they essentially create their own urban legend for this film, and it was so cool. The urban legend was that if you go to this train trestle, this train bridge, and you look into there's essentially a tunnel after the train bridge that goes into the mountain. And the thing is, if you stare at that tunnel uninterrupted for an hour without blinking, Peeping Tom will appear. He will manifest. And then every time you blink afterwards, we'll say Peeping Tom is 2 football fields away. Every time you blink afterward, after you have seen Peeping Tom, he gets just a little bit closer. He gets just a little bit closer until he reaches you. Now, the problem is that nobody can stare at something without blinking for an entire hour. That's impossible. So they figure out that if they leave a camera rolling, because a lens and a camera is essentially, it's based off of your eye. I mean, hell, it's like an eye, right? So one of these student filmmakers figures out that if he sets up his camera and just records for an hour, that will be like someone not blinking for an hour. And Peeping Tom does, in fact, make his presence known after that hour. And then after that, every time they turn the camera on and off, Peeping Tom gets just a little bit closer. So I love the urban legends components of this movie. Like, I thought that was really cool. And then the rest of the movie is this actual filmmaker who discovers the videotapes and then tries to prove that the footage is actually real and that this was not a setup and that he was not one of these filmmakers as well. So, it goes into that. But really dug the urban legend component of Butterfly Kisses. And it is currently rated a 5.9 on IMDb, Briggs. I would rate it a little bit higher than that. Like I said, it's nothing earth shattering, but that urban legend is just so cool, man. So cool. JP is asking about the tunnel, and that one on IMDb, this is another new one to me I had watched. That one is rated a 5.8 on IMDb currently. And the synopsis for that is: an investigation into a government cover-up leads to a network of abandoned train tunnels deep beneath the heart of Sydney. As a journalist and her crew hunt for the story, it quickly becomes clear the story is hunting them. And Anna, didn't you watch this one with me? I believe Anna watched this one with me, and we actually liked it a good bit. Max, what's going on, Max? What's going on, baby? Hope you're doing good in Maryland, dude. I know my home state of West Virginia just got hit with a hell of a storm. I hope you guys didn't pick up on any of that, man. And let's see, what's some other comments we got here? So JP, well, let's see, I'm gonna mark this. And JP is saying, Stephen was warned by the witchcraft store owner not to break up a set of 3, but he didn't listen and chaos ensued. Yeah, they were selling some of their some of their shop decor, and I only bought 2 out of 3 candelabras, and now the walls are bleeding. We're hearing voices when we try to go to sleep. There's cracks in the ceiling now. It is frightening stuff, people. Frightening stuff. I shouldn't have done it. JP, what were you thinking? And JK says, which film franchise has more incest, Amityville or Wrong Turn? Holy shit, dude. That's a question for the ages right there, man. Oh my God. That's we'll probably have to go with Wrong Turn, but Amityville definitely had like Wrong Turn has like mutants. You can't take that too serious. It's like, it doesn't, okay, it's an icky thing, but it's like they're mutants. It's portrayed to gross you out, like on so many levels. It's almost obscene. Okay, it's almost obscene. Amityville, the thing that freaks you out about that is like you're watching a haunting movie, and for the first half an hour you're watching this haunting, supernatural, paranormal movie, and you see all brother and sisters or teams or whatever, and it's like, okay. And then half an hour in, all of a sudden you see like the sister walk into the brother's bedroom in like a little see-through lacy negligee there, and you're like, wait a damn minute, what in the hell is going on here? So I will say Wrong Turn probably has more incest. Amityville has the more effective, icky, ooh, what in the hell am I watching? I feel gross for watching this incest. Like they take their incest, they got some Brazzers style incest going on in their movies, man. You can't be playing with that, dude. Come on. Yeah, J-Dub, dude. J-Dub's going to have my son watch Butterfly Effect with me later tonight. He's never seen it. Oh my God, such a good movie. I love the Butterfly Effect, dude. Love the Butterfly Effect, man. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. But yeah, he's going to be traumatized after this, man. Holy crap. Oh my God, Jay Chris. Yeah, Flowers in the Attic. Oh my God. Who doesn't? You cannot forget that movie, man. Can't forget that movie. That movie, once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. And you can't unsee what transpires in that movie. Jesus. Yeah, JK, dude. Amity incest, man. That's what we need to do. That needs to be the next Amityville movie. There's so many on so many stupid ass topics. We should just create one, horror fam. We'll make a pact. We'll set up a GoFundMe, whatever we got to do. It's just going to be called Amityville Incest. And we'll just I'm sure we can come up with something to fill out a feature-length movie. Come on. I've exposed JP. He's like, hey, come on. Brazzers limits their incest to step parents and stepchildren. Right. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, dude. So when I was with JP, man, we're trying to get out of Burbank. It's going crazy, dude. And Waze, his direction app started going crazy after we visited that witchcraft store. Oh my God. Yeah, people almost crashed into us as homeless people began to surround our car like zombies. Yeah. What an adventure, man. Oh my God, dude. That was an adventure, man. Oh my goodness. And JP's driving like it's freaking Grand Theft Auto, man. People are scurrying away. He's yelling at, get out of my lane, lady. What are you doing? Oh my God. It was so awesome. Oh, man. Woo! Talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. How awesome that was. I'm trying to figure out what else I watched during the illness while it was trying to consume me. I did not get into the Paranormal Activity franchise. Like I said, I got into the new Blair Witch. I rewatched that one. And Briggs, I will say one thing I will give that movie, and it has a lot of problems. One thing I will give that movie, though, is I like that. So if you remember the whole setup for Blair Witch 2016 is that this guy is watching YouTube and he believes he is Heather's brother from the original movie. And he believes that he sees new footage. So there's new footage that's been discovered in Burkittsville that gets uploaded to YouTube. And he believes that within this footage, he can see his sister Heather inside of a house. And as the movie goes on, you know, that's in the beginning. That's the setup for the Blair Witch. That's the setup for these people going to Burkittsville, Maryland and getting lost in the woods again. At the end of the movie, you find out the footage is actually the footage of them from their cameras. So it's like crazy ass foreshadowing, man, and foretelling that, you know, these people are doomed. They're dead already. Man, let's see here. JK asked me, how about Chernobyl Diaries? Chernobyl Diaries, and look at all this, man. We got Chad Edmonds, Nate Blanche, and Samuel Stokes celebrating being members. I love it, guys. Keep it up. Hell yeah, sticking with me, man, through sickness and health, right? Oh my goodness. Chernobyl Diaries, like I said, I saw that in theaters and then didn't watch it again until the other day. It's not the best, man. You know, it could have been a decent movie. They have a decent setup. They're going off of that whole extreme tourism thing going into Chernobyl, where, of course, radiation is all over the place, eating everything alive, turn them into mutant three-eyed fish. But the thing is, they had a cool idea, but they didn't really have a story to go with it. So they kind of get there, and then you get this thing that it's like mutant Chernobyl babies that are running around, and then you get the damn, like there's a government cover-up thing going on. It's super weird, super weird. Jesus, look at this, man. Mike's Knapp celebrating being a member for 2 months. Thank you, Mike's. Horror fam strong all day long, baby. And JK, almost 3.5 years, celebrating being a member for 41 months, folks. Look at that. Jesus Palomina, in the words of Gary Busey. Oh my God. And before the illness, I went to Paranormal Cirque out here in the big Los Angeles. Oh my God, it was awesome. If Paranormal Cirque is coming to any of your towns, you need to check it out. It is a horror-themed circus. You have sword swallowing, you have comedy, you have tons of stuff, man. Women shooting bows and arrows upside down with their feet. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's just tons of stuff, man. So tons of fun. And I've never been to a circus. This was my first one and it was horror themed. How about that? Yeah, JP, with an adult theme, man. You had sword swallowers, you had people running, crazy stuff, man. You had jugglers that were, I mean, that dude juggled, what was it, JP? Probably like 20 rings. Woof! Man, Jay Chris, I could do a Guess the Horror Movie game. I'll give you one right now. Tell me what horror movie this is. Jay Chris. A young woman who is abandoned by her mother as a baby travels to a secluded Amish community with a documentary film crew seeking answers about her mother. and her extended family. What movie is that, J. Chris? There you go. Guess what movie that is? Yeah, adult sword swallowers, man. It was wild. It was wild. JK says, scariest thing about Chernobyl Diaries for me was when they were fleeing the mutants right into the blown out power plant. Yeah, dude. And you hear that radiation counter just going crazy. It's like, woof, woof, stay away from that. It is not Pearl. It's not The Force Awakens. It is not Lake Mungo. Man, oh man. Yeah, so any comments, questions, whatever, man, I'll get to them tonight, folks. We're just sitting here chatting about, just hanging out, shooting the shizzy. So I'm hoping to have a paranormal stream on here, but instead of this one, because you know you've all heard my paranormal stories, having some of you come on and share your paranormal stories, because a longtime member of the horror fam, Jeremy, told me a few weeks ago, probably about 3 weeks ago now, that he had his first paranormal experience at work. And it was a good one. He sent me tons and tons of voice messages. Man, you could hear the fear in his voice. So I'd love to get him on sometime, and we will talk about his paranormal experience and maybe get some other folks on here. I have some other people that I've shared paranormal experiences with, so it'd be cool if I could get them on here as well, and we could talk about that. You know, have a little bit of validation. What are we talking about here, Nate Blanche? Nate Blanche says, my cat needs a new cat house. She can't move into one, though, because the cat houses are too expensive. They start at $4,000 cat dollars. She doesn't have that kind of cat money. What the hell is going on here, Nate Blanche? What are you talking about? Come on. Oh, the Diabolical Doc says, invite 5 people on for a Beyond the Belief style show. And some people won't be telling the truth, and then we have to guess who's telling the truth, like who had a true paranormal story. That could be fun. JP saying, and we visited a horror coffee shop before Steven bought the cursed candelabra. That is a fact. I did go to a horror-themed coffee shop. I have video evidence to support this, and I will be turning that into a little bit of a vlog video and sharing the experience for all of you, man. It's going to be fun. Chad Edmonds, members only stream when? I'm going to have to get back to you on that one. Maybe, I don't know, dude, with the move and everything. And yeah, I did not intend to miss the last one, and I thought I would even be doing this stream sooner than I would, but God, I'm going to have to set that up. I have to get back to you on that one, man, because I literally have moving supplies right beside of me right now. So, oh, DOD saying we should ask Mags about her paranormal experiences. We could get her on here. And that would be fun. Yeah, we could have us a little paranormal streamerooski. Do I have video? I do have video of the sword swallower, but it was before she was swallowing the swords, because they told us not to film anything, and then after the show was over and everybody around me's filming stuff, I didn't want to risk it. I was afraid we'd get kicked out. Then they're like, hey, all those videos everybody filmed, share them. And I'm like, shit, I would have filmed some stuff, man. Had I known that would have been okay. Dang it. Let's see. Mike says, besides the mains like Jason, Michael, Freddy, and Leatherface, who else would you put as the big 4 of the horror world? Okay, so we're talking about like a B team, a little horror B team. I think you got to throw in. Okay, now we'll say, okay, let's say we're just making a B team, and these may not be the most popular, they may not be the best, but I'll give you another 4. I'll give you 4 more icons of horror, we'll say. And you know, let's say Pinhead. Pinhead has to be in there. We'll throw Chucky in there. Chucky is a big franchise name. So we have Pinhead, we have Chucky. Let's throw the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers in there and the Tall Man. And let's see. So there's Big Four. And then, of course, we have, you know, Billy the Puppet from Saw or Jigsaw himself, John Kramer. Of course, you have the Xenomorphs from Alien. Those are big, but, you know, kind of, you know, other big ones, you know, I would say, you know, you're going to have to look at the Tall Man. You know, he's 5 deep. Got 5 movies in that series. You know, Chucky has turned into, I mean, hell, he has TV shows and everything now. Pinhead, you know, and the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, man, he's still active. You know, we just got the new Jeepers Creepers movie, a year or 2 ago? So, man, that's what I would throw down, man. I think those are some huge ones. Chad says, how about Belial, which is Basket Case? Then you have Pumpkinhead, Billy Campbell, and Victor Crowley. What do you think about that? I think that's a solid list. You know, it's a little more obscure. Pumpkinhead has a decent bit of entries within that franchise, though. And so does Victor Crowley. And Victor Crowley is damn near unkillable. So there you go. And if you the doc brings up a good point, man. Hey, if you replace Billy Campbell from that list, you get mutant Mount Rushmore there. Yeah, Ghostface, of course. Ghostface, JK, you gotta throw Ghostface in there. I would. Yeah, you gotta have Ghostface in there, man. Gotta have Ghostface in there. So yeah, that's a hell of a franchise right there. So yeah, if we're going popularity, man, we're gonna have to throw in, you know, Jigsaw, and you know, he can bring in Puppet Billy if he wants. We gotta throw in Jigsaw. We gotta throw in Ghostface, Chucky, and then Pinhead. You know, unfortunately, Tall Man's going to lose out in the popular vote, but man, oh man, yeah. And then, okay, well, let me ask you folks this. Who would win in a fight? I'm going to throw this down, man. Who would win in a fight between Jason Voorhees and Victor Crowley? Jason Voorhees and Victor Crowley. Who's taking that battle, huh? Brian Perry saying Jason. Hammerhead says Jason. Chad Edmonds is saying Crowley, though. Now, I do like Max's picks here. He says, I'd have to say Harry Warden, the Prowler, the Creeper, and Pennywise. There you go, dude. Great choices. I had my hands on a... me and JP also stopped in a shop that sold a shoot ton of horror memorabilia, and I was holding some Harry Warden figures, man. They had them. They certainly did. Let's see. Everybody's going with Jason, man. Everybody is going with Jason over Victor Crowley in a battle. Well, let me ask you this then. Who would win in a battle? Norman Bates from Psycho or Ghostface from Scream? Only one Ghostface, of course. And we'll say... it is Emma Roberts' Ghostface. There you go. Hammerhead saying Norman. J-Dub is saying Norman. Brian Perry's saying Ghostface, though. Man, oh man. Brian Perry going with Ghostface. Jay Chris is saying Norman Bates. Samuel's saying Norman. Of course, we are going with the Anthony Perkins Norman. Come on. That's not even a question. And J-Dub bringing up the guy from Wolf Creek. That was Mick, right? And if I remember right, I like the sequel to Wolf Creek as well. If you haven't seen Wolf Creek 2, check that out. Mick gets a little more funny in that one, if I remember correctly. JK is going with Ghostface over Norman Bates, though. He just says, Ghostface because Norman was just mainly mentally unwell. But Hammerhead does say Norman was handy with the shovel. That is a fact. That is a fact right there, dude. That is a fact. Yeah, Max is going with Ghostface, man. He's saying a Ghostface, but Norman would put up a hell of a fight. But if Ghostface sneaked him, man, that is a wrap. That is a wrap. Yeah, Chris Hare saying the only time we had a single Ghostface was Roman. Also known as Sidney's brother from Scream 3. That is true. But originally Roman was going to have an accomplice in that movie, and they decided to remove that angle. I have not seen the Wolf Creek TV series, though, JK. I have not seen that. But yeah, man, Wolf Creek's an unrated one, man. There's a lot that just came out around that time that I feel like are kind of like forgotten movies now. But just kind of flew off the radar. And I'm not saying they were good or bad, but I mean, when's the last time you heard somebody talk about High Tension? Or what else came out around that? I was just talking about one the other day that was forgotten from around that time. Let's look. Or hell, the When a Stranger Calls remake. Who remembers that? Who remembers that? I think that was around then, wasn't it? I may be wrong on that. But yeah, look at this. I mean, The Skeleton Key, Dark Water with Jennifer Connelly, The Cave. Man. Chad Edmonds gifting 1 Rising from the Grave membership to viewers. Thank you, Chad Edmonds, man. Hell yeah, dude. Who do we got? Who's new to the horror fams? Who got it? Man, yeah, BP, you remember? You remember this, man? Yeah, and Cry Wolf. Who remembers that, man? Who remembers that? Red Eye. There's just stuff that came out around Feast. Feast that's one I actually liked. But, it came out around that time. Constantine. When's the last time you heard somebody talk about Constantine? I mean, there's some good horror out there that just came out around that time, man, but you never hear anybody talk about it anymore. It's just, let's see, what else do we have here around that same time? Secret Window, Cursed. Oh my God, Cursed. Yeah. Briggs's favorite movie of all time here, Dracula 3000. Ginger Snaps 2 came out around that time, and Ginger Snaps 2 is really good. Identity, there you go, Briggs. There's a great one you never hear anybody talk about anymore, man. Geez. Hey, Max Knapp is saying, hey, I got to head back into work, but good talking with everyone. I hope you're feeling better, Steve. Hope to do it again soon. Much love. Much love to you, brother. Let's get the Sunset Hard Hands going for old Max Knapp. People, look at that. Thanks for coming in, Max. Throwing the love around, dude. Love it. Briggs is saying, if this is still an AMA, what's the best animal to make a killer animal film that you don't think has been used before? That's a good one, Briggs. A killer animal that will make it good, but it has not been used before. Man, that's a good one, dude. I'm with Anna. I started to say the same thing, baby. Let's go with raccoons, man. They have those little handy hands. They could run around and do crazy shit, dude, like bite your legs, or, dude, they have hands. They could easily pick up a knife and take somebody out, man. Like that. And plus, if they get arrested, they're in the stripes, man. They're in the stripes, dude. They got the jailhouse attire going on already, man. And nature did that on purpose. You can't trust them. You can't trust them, Briggs. These raccoons are out here running the streets. They're out here running the streets, Briggs. Running the streets. Come on. They have no F's to give. Killer raccoons, man. Yeah, Samuel Stokes, Komodo dragons. Oh my God, dude. Those things are brutal. Those things are brutal. And yeah, Briggs right here, man. They killed DOD's chicken. Dude, raccoons, man. You can't. DOD, get in here. Tell them. Tell them. They're wearing prison stripes, for God's sakes. And the poor chickie friends, man. Come on, dude. Raccoons, hey, you give a raccoon an inch, they'll take a mile, dude. Well, let's see here, man. Hey, we're on the 5-minute warning here, folks. So if there's any more questions, get them in. I'll try to answer them. Yes, JK said, loved Ginger Snaps too. It was so darkly, oh my God, until the end. And then you feel so bad for Bridget. You feel so bad for Bridget at the end of that movie, dude. Oh my God. So bad. And Ghost is a little asshole. Yeah, dude, raccoons, they'll eat your hot dogs, man. They don't care. They don't care. They'll eat your hot dogs and then they'll eat your face. JP wants to know, are we going to the tunnel? The real tunnel? I don't know, JP. I don't know if the horror fam's ready for that. That sounds a little bit too hardcore. But we might have to do it. I don't know. So JP knows this haunted tunnel that apparently you can gain access to. And I don't know, JP. That's too hardcore. I don't know if the horror fam needs a vlog on that. That might scare them out of their little Spider-Man undies. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, horror fam? Are you too scared? JP says he's been in it many times, though. So was JP a ghost the whole time and he just never knew it? He was dead the whole time and just never knew. Hammerhead wants to know where it is, JP. We can't give you the exact if we give Hammerhead the exact location, he will hide in the tunnel. We'll show up and he'll scare us out. Artsy wants to know, if you could direct a horror movie, what would the plot be? Oh my God, Artsy, I have so many movies sitting around that I've written or wrote on, or so I already have plots going around that I've written. Let's see. But if I could direct a horror movie, so that's directing. This may not be one that I could write. What would the plot be? I think right now, if I had to direct one, I think I would go with a slasher movie just for funsies, because I know it would be a bloodbath. And what would the plot be? That could be fun. There you go. Briggs says it. Steve would do the best disembodied killer hand film ever. Or JP. There we go. JP, I like it. A demonic strip club. There we go. There we go. I think that would be great. Huh. Yeah, what could be a cool slasher, man? Yeah, I'd like to do a slasher, I think. That'd be fun. But I would do any of these too. Demonic strip club sounds fun. Disembodied killer hand film sounds fun. Come on, Briggs. We could come up with something, man. BP, we are heading back to the big West Virginia, brother. Back to the big WV for the time being. Let's see. Yes, JK. Oh my God, yeah. Yes, Ginger Snaps 2. Folks, if you haven't seen Ginger Snaps, you really need to watch it. And then don't stop there. Go ahead and watch Ginger Snaps 2 too. 2. Do yourself a favor. Yeah, there we go. JP's like, hey, we could do, you can make a hybrid out of those ideas, man. Demonic strip club with a side story of serial killer VIP club patron. There we go. JP making dreams come true. Artsy saying, I would make a movie about horror fans surviving a slasher movie. So me and Artsy, we got it. We got the shinnin'. We both want to do a slasher. We're both in that genre. And Briggs is saying, and then you can be underwhelmed if you want to continue your trek down Ginger Snaps Lane and watch Ginger Snaps Back, the beginning, and you will be completely underwhelmed. It's not as good as the first two. We'll put it that way. Oh, man. I wouldn't say, no, J-Dubs, I didn't say Ginger Snaps 2 is better, but it's a good movie. It's a good continuation. And you get Bridget, get a little bit of Ginger back in there, you know what I'm saying? And but it's sad at the end, if you ask me. So sad. There we go, Sam. Hey, we can do whodunit all day long, baby. We can do whodunits. That's no problem, man. Get the twisties going, you know what I'm saying? Man, no spoilers. Okay, no spoilers, Hammerhead. I won't spoil it. Now, JK is saying he liked the Ginger Snaps 2 better than 1. All right, my friends. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get me something to eat. It was great being back on. Thank you so much for being in here. And we're about to move, but I do have some footage I shot. Hopefully going to get some vlogs up for y'all to keep you guys fed and feeling good. And hopefully you get to do some live streams from on the road. I should have one more live stream before we hit the road. And maybe we'll do some trivia or something like that. And Chad, yeah, I'm going to get the members only stream. I'll keep you up to date on that, man. I'm going to have to get one of those rolling, see what I can pull off, man. This is the last mile, baby. This is the end of an era. Big LA back to the big WV, baby. God, the country roads take me home. You feel me? And yeah. Hopefully next time I can get DB on here. I know a lot of you missed her around the beginning of the stream. hopefully we can make that happen. She's still a bit under the weather, but we are both feeling better. So it was great seeing you all again. I'll be back soon, I promise, my friends. And until then, hey, come on in the Discord, everybody. We got Artsy. Artsy's a new Discord mod in the Talk Horror Discord, man. She's running things, baby. Long arm of the law right there. But all right, my friends, until next time, look horror, listen horror, talk horror, my friends. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming in. I will see you all soon, man. Mwah.